If you could describe London in a single word, what would it be? Some people might say crowded, noisy, big, cold, rainy, expensive, old, touristy. Did I mention expensive? And while those words may make you want to turn around and reconsider ever visiting this crazy city in the first place, stop right there. Because there are hundreds of thousands of billions of words in the English dictionary that fit London's description much more nicely and much more accurately. So to those people who think that London is simply crowded, noisy, big, cold, rainy, expensive, old, and touristy, give it a second look. Because London is also
bright, diverse, trendy, wild, beautiful, historic, cultured, vibrant, modern, cosmopolitan, creative, photogenic, fast-paced, center of the universe, just to name a few.
Clearly assigning a single word to such a wonderful city is a challenge. But I do love a good challenge, which is why I made the best decision of my life to spend my 4 precious years of university in the one and only London itself. Allow me to give you some advice for anyone on the verge of either visiting or studying here in England's capital, and prepare you for the best time of your life. Let's start with number 10. I'll state the obvious. Don't forget your rain boots, a jacket, and an umbrella. London weather tends to be the exact opposite of dry. If you're from Portland, Oregon like me, you may have the mentality that you're used to the rain and don't need any of these items, but trust me, you'll need them. Number 9. If you're like me, you're lucky enough to have the chance to live in this wonderful city, an opportunity that not many people get. If you can, take your camera with you when you're out and about, or jot down something cool that you did, so that you can get that wonderful nostalgic feeling when you're on your deathbed reading back all your amazing memories. Number 8. On a similar note, try and get out and explore as much as your budget will allow. In my own experience, it'll make you feel a lot better than staying cooped up in your small, depressing dorm room. Try to plan your weekends ahead. It'll give you something to look forward to. 7. When you do get out and explore, don't act like you're not a tourist. You are. Unless you've lived in London your whole life, in which case, what are you even doing watching this video? My point is, try to see all of London's main tourist attractions. They're called attractions for a reason. If you desperately want to avoid the crowds, maybe go on a weekday. It doesn't matter when you do it, just get out there and see what London has to offer. Number 6. If you've got a smartphone, the City Mapper app is officially your new best friend. Say goodbye to whoever your old best friend was, because this app is officially everything you'll need. It'll tell you how to get to and from wherever you need to go, either by tube, bus, driving, or walking. It'll even tell you how much each option will cost you. If you get lost easily, download it right now. And on second thought, you might want to keep your old best friend too. It's okay to have multiple best friends at once. Number 5. If you're living on your university's campus and are stuck eating off the way below average meal plan, you may be tempted to spend your precious money on takein every night. My advice to you is to instead go to your local grocery store and stock up on snacks. If you spend money on takein every night, your money will be gone before you know it. Number 4. This one's especially important for students. While you do want to get out and see as much of London as you possibly can and experience as much as possible, don't get too caught up or you'll risk falling behind in school. Try keeping a list of all the things you want to see and accomplish in your time here. That way you can be clever and plan ahead. You'll end up thanking yourself in the long run. Number 3. Speaking of planning ahead, tubes. They'll either be your best friend or your worst enemy. If you're living off campus and have to be somewhere at a certain time, it might be a good idea to get your move on sooner than later, because the tube system can easily turn its back on you in a second. Number 2. You'd be surprised at how much you can do in London for free. Well, relatively free. Let's say little to no cost. Visiting museums and taking strolls through London's many parks and gardens is a fabulous way to spend a day. There are also countless numbers of deals that you can stumble upon, and if you're a student, you'll be rolling in discounts. And finally, number 1. Money, money, money. London is expensive, ridiculously expensive, and there's no way of avoiding that fact. It just is. So be careful and take my advice. Give yourself a budget and follow that budget to the end of the universe. Never leave that budget, because you'll more than likely end up regretting it if you don't. This may sound like I'm contradicting myself back when I said that you should go out and see all that you can and whatnot, but all these tips complement each other. Basically, plan ahead as much as you can, manage your time, don't get too overwhelmed, and don't break the bank, and you'll be fine. It's a lot easier than it sounds.